Uh-oh.
Oh, we get prophetic. The
Here we are.
live
Got a big
stream
red
the
tick.
meeting. It's that. We got a red stick. It says setting up your meeting on YouTube Live. Oh, it's taking its time, ladies and gentlemen, but soon, 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 soon. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And there it is. There we are. There we are on beautiful YouTube Live. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bob's Struggles, and I would like to introduce you to the man who is responsible for the single that we are dropping tomorrow, January the 22nd, a Friday, which actually I think will be tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let me give you a preview of what this is and tell you that Matt Marcii is the
That's the way.
producer extraordinaire,
Awesome.
responsible for this little piece of business. Here we go.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
The world is
Take a
waiting
bow.
for you.
Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow.
Polishing meticulous simply seems ridiculous, the noise in the ether that I make. To me, it's all ephemeral. Performances in general, a place in the moment with mistake. Get to it, go do it, put a spark on your tail. Get to it, go do it, put a wind in your sail. Get to it, go do it, set your foot on the trail. Get to it, go do it, make a strength where you're frail. Get to it, go do it, I get sick of your talk. Get to it, go do it, try to stand and to walk. Get to it, go do it, set a face of the run. Get to it, go do it, even when it's not fun. Get to it, go do it, get to it, go do it. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Moments moving forward, footfalls rightly named, splashing in the mud, the blinds bespeak. Plow on imperceptibly, operate responsibly, accomplish, leaving little other wake. Take a bow, forgetting through the moment. Take a bow, forgetting through the day. Take a bow, now you've had your moment. Take a bow, go away. Take a bow, together with the cast. Take a bow, when you're building things at last. Take a bow for your community, solidify your unity. MC, take a bow, now you're past. Get to it, go do it. Get to it, go do it. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Take a bow.
Hey! Awesome.
That was the earlier version, I think. I don't think that was the
How was
release version.
Never mind.
But
Like
that's
that,
all right.
but just like 10% better. That's what we'll just have.
they got the special version.
Yeah, exactly. Unreleased.
Well, Matt Marcii of Cambridge, England, in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Also, what is it? Sussex? Is that the county?
Suffolk. Close, yes.
Oh, Suffolk County.
Suffolk.
Oh, Suffolk County. You know, that's interesting because Suffolk County is the county where I used to work in Boston.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
'Cause you
so
said you were
we
from
have
Cambridge.
intersections.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
said you were like born in Cambridge, New Hampshire as well. Is that right?
Cambridge, Massachusetts,
Cambridge,
where
Massachusetts.
Harvard
Okay.
University is. Yeah,
Okay, fair
so
enough.
Cambridge, Mass.
Yeah.
Cantabrigians, fellow Cantabrigians, one from the original and one from the ersatz Cantabria.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, Matt, I was I felt very derelict. You posted something this morning about all the people that you've been helping on
Yeah.
TikTok, and that
Yeah.
they're not following you on Spotify. And it's
No,
like,
they
for
don't
gosh
ask.
sakes,
Yeah.
get out there and follow that guy. What do you think this is? So
Yeah.
I this morning, again, me too. Here I'm working with you. And I didn't follow you on Spotify either.
Naughty
So
Bob.
I got my ass in gear this morning and got out there on Spotify and listened to everything you have. And oh my gosh, I just kept going through it, going, why isn't this a hit record? Why isn't this is fire? Why isn't this a hit record?
Too kind, Bob. Too
So,
kind. You make me blush. I'm English. We get shy about this stuff.
are you bashful?
I think so, but I'll try my best not to be.
Uh,
'Cause the more I spend with
don't be,
lovely people,
don't
I
be,
get a little bit less
man.
of it. Yeah.
Oh, no. There is absolutely no reason for you to be bashful. This stuff is really fire. I am pleased as punch to have met you
100%.
on TikTok,
Yeah.
and you know, I read through your biography,
Yeah.
and you're not shy in your biography whatsoever. So
Well, yeah, that's different. That was the biography that helped me get like a record and a publishing deal. So you gotta hype yourself up a little bit more for that stuff, I suppose.
yeah, well,
It sounds not too bad on paper. Not too bad on
it sounds
paper.
wonderful. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? So I mean, so maybe you can just kind of tell the people here, all my
Yeah.
friends here in television land or Zoom
Sure.
land
Yep.
or YouTube land or whatever the hell I'm doing
Yep.
here. Tell them about you. Born
Yeah.
where?
Okay. So I was born in Cambridge, UK. So I was born there and then started off doing music age about 8 in a cathedral choir. So I was kind of brought up with church music, and that's where I started to learn to do piano. So I did that from about age 8 to age 10, and then had a very strict and serious piano teacher who was so serious that he managed to put me off piano for 10 years. So I never played it again. Because he was, yeah, very, you know what it's like, a more old-fashioned teacher saying you've got to do it this way. So he took a bit of a hiatus from music for about 10 years. Um, yeah, I know. So yeah, started aged 18. I realised at school there are lots of pianos and I could impress the girls by playing songs for them on piano. So kind of taught myself to play piano again, and lived in the middle of nowhere on a farm. So there was no internet, so there's nothing to do apart from teach myself piano. So kind of started again age 18, and just kept pressing notes until it sounded good. So that got us to age 18, and then didn't know what to do. So a lot of young people went to university to do a business management degree for some reason, and then luckily was in a flat with a bunch of songwriters in my first year. So which was a lucky touch. So yeah, I started kind of trying to write songs with a girl there called Jules. So she let me, first person ever let me record them, and it sounded terrible, and the microphone was the wrong way around, and all of that stuff. And then yeah, then I just kind of I finally realised what my passion was, and just recorded all the people at uni. So in between doing very boring business stuff, go around to uni halls and start recording people. Didn't know how to do anything, and now we are, I don't know, when's that? It's about 8 years ago. Did it more and more, and yeah, I've been ghost writing for people. So been writing songs for people, and they've put them out as their songs. And then yeah, in July, thought that I would start putting out my own music after producing it for other people under the name Matt Marcii, and doing collaborations with the greatest people that I can find from around the globe, including one Mr. Bob Kelly. And yeah, that's it. We're kind of up to the present day, really. So that's my completely self-taught. I have no qualifications in music at all. And
No,
that kind of
of
gets us
course,
up to the.
but yes, you do have qualifications for music because the product speaks for itself.
Appreciate that, but I can't read sheet music or anything like that. So, but I can
That's
play
hardly
okay.
necessary these days.
No,
You
true.
know,
True.
I mean that's
100%.
that's a skill you can learn. Learning sheet music and learning how to read,
Yeah.
and write for that matter. But I mean, there's notation software now. There's all this software
Exactly.
that does things so much more easily for you.
Yeah.
I had the same, well, not the same experience with music, but uh, the discipline teacher, and I had a
Mm.
discipline teacher who told me, at my last piano lesson, to make a
Yeah.
decision. What do
Yeah.
you want to do? Do you want to be an instrumentalist, or do you
Yeah.
want to play at parties? I
Yeah.
told him play at parties. He told me you don't need any more lessons.
You got enough to get by.
Yeah, you
No,
got
that's good.
enough to learn on your own from here on. You understand music theory, you understand those things,
Yeah.
and you got great ears, man. I'm just listening to these productions. I'm going, wow, that's some really fine sounding instruments on there. Some fine sounding kicks. The one kick that I'm
Yeah.
just like I'm in love with one of the kicks on one of your songs. It's like,
Well, yeah.
oh my
I can't
god,
remember which one, but it's one
it's
of
like
them.
at the
I'm
top
over
of the
here.
list.
Yeah, I think I'm over here. I'm quite happy. The kind of more summary song that's come together quite nice. But I think
Yeah,
I don't know, the good things. It's a bit frustrating not knowing the stuff, but you kind of just have to work it out. What sounds good, and we're kind of getting there. And like things like orchestration. I mean, I don't know anything about music theory, but I love violins and strings and stuff. Hence why we have them in our song. And
But
just
you understand the concept of making
yeah,
room in the mix in the with these
exactly.
frequencies here
Yeah,
and in the scale. You know, oh, you can't have
exactly.
these everybody singing the same notes. You know,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, that stuff.
it's very very impressive.
No, I
So look at
appreciate
the
it.
camera here. Look at the camera.
Okay, so I need to
There
be
you
better. I'm
go.
used to looking because I'm used to
I
like a
know. I
streaming
do it the
setup.
same. You know what I
Okay.
do? I've got the screen that has both of the pictures up here is right here in front of me. So
Okay.
by doing that, it looks like I'm always looking at the camera, or I think it
Okay.
is. I don't know. You can tell me whether or not it is because I can't look
I'll
at
do my best
myself.
to kind of watch you on my peripheral and look at the camera because yeah, I'm
Yeah,
used to
yeah. You don't have to pay attention to me. You can hear what I'm having
yeah,
to say. You know, you got to react to that as
yeah,
though it were a phone interview, and just like
yeah,
that everything to your right is invisible. Everything over there is invisible. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see you.
you're doing
So
the best.
there you are, Matt Marcii. And I'll tell you what, this all happened because of a TikTok he made with this. Uh, it wasn't completely finished, but mostly it
Mm,
was finished. What you put up there and saying, "I'm looking for a rapper." Now I don't consider myself a rapper. I'm young Bobby. I have a hip hop title, but I've always made the distinction with that hip hop is about community and culture,
hmm.
and rap is about money.
Yeah.
So I've never, sought that side of it. But in this case, yes, let's go for the money.
Yeah, go for it. Well, I think the thing is with hip hop is that you got different styles in terms of like old school hip hop and new school hip hop.
Oh
When
yeah,
hip hop first started, it was a lot more like what you've done, a lot more lyrical, and the idea of it was to spread knowledge was the whole thing. So
yep.
you'd have much more kind of spoken word type lyrics would be more profound. Whereas nowadays, I mean, obviously, we're not going to say that the past is always best, but it's more, yeah, money motivated. Whereas I think the first things that came out, things like Rapper's Delight and all that kind of era, had a lot more
Well, that yeah,
story, I suppose, to it.
yeah.
Um,
I listen to Kendrick now, and I mean,
oh,
he's exactly.
unbelievable,
It's
awesome.
it's just that we have that ability to stretch it out into that commercial area, but still
Mm,
retain that spreading culture, spreading a knowledge thing. And
yeah,
that's what this is about. you know, what we're
exactly.
doing right here, right now,
Yeah,
is this song. Get to it, go do it. Yeah, come on, get up there, get out there, go put yourself out there. And you're a perfect example of that. You
no,
know?
I appreciate that. It's now like a motto in my mind, as I was saying to you the other day. My mum always says it. If I'm ever, which luckily I don't struggle with, but if I'm ever feeling a bit lazy or whatever, she's always like, "Get to it, go do it. The world is waiting for you." So, I can't get out of things, which is, I think, a perfect thing. And one of the mums I was talking to, she sent me a message saying that she played like a part of the song too. So she's a mum. She's got two young kids, so she played it to them in the mornings because obviously mornings kids are a little bit groggy
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
type of thing. So yeah, I think it's a perfect alarm. So some way, Bob, we need to get every single person to use it as their alarm clock
Well,
and wake up,
we'll build a
and they'll feel
ringtone
motivated
sound,
and ready
build a
to.
ringtone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Get everyone will be pumped up and ready to go with whatever they've got in the days ahead.
yeah. And that's
Yeah,
and that really is, the whole ringtone thing, even though yeah, it's a ringtone, but you can use it as anything. It doesn't
yeah,
really matter. You can put it on your alarm clock. I just, as a matter of fact, this year for Christmas, I bought one of these little alarm clocks. It looks like a
yeah,
regular alarm clock. It's from
yeah.
Lenovo, but it's a Google device.
Okay, yeah,
It's a, but I got it because it looks like an alarm clock. That's all I wanted. Something
yeah.
that looked like an alarm clock. I didn't want a screen next to the bed. I didn't want
Nah,
all of that. I just wanted a freaking alarm clock. Well, that's what it is, and it's a great thing. But it could be you could do that. You could say, "Hey, play, get to it, go do it." It's the wake up call.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
a wake
yeah,
up song.
yeah.
So if there is some way to, I don't know, maybe we need to look it up. But I'd love for people to, I don't know, wake. I think people feel inspired or motivated by it because obviously that is the sentiment of what you wrote, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
You want people
Wakey,
to feel
wakey.
something. Yeah, exactly. Wakey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey.
Better than just the horrendous standard iPhone alarm clock, which just ugh, makes me
Oh
feel
gosh.
sick, even if you're waking up for something that you want to wake up for. You know.
I should play you my ringtone.
What is it?
Oh, hang on. You'll have hang on a second. Let me see. I gotta go down in here, and I gotta come someplace here, and someplace in there, and then press more buttons. I gotta press it more. So many buttons you're pressing here for your ringtone. Where's the sound one? Where's sound? Sound. Come on.
Is it you or is it somebody else? For
Oh, it's
the
somebody else.
okay,
It's
cool.
definitely somebody else. Where is it here?
I don't know what I'd even guess. Your music's so eclectic, Bob. It could be something from Disney, or it could be a
Oh
Kendrick
no,
song.
it's
I have
even
no idea.
better than that. It's even better than that. Here we go. Sound and vibration, ring and notification device. Here we go. And, oh, that was it. Didn't play you all the way through. Hang on, I forgot to turn it up.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Just
I needed to do this and go. Here we go. It's Tarzan.
yeah, I was about to say, is that like Tarzan or
It
something
is
else?
Tarzan.
Ah, fair
It's the
play.
MGM Tarzan,
Okay.
which is composed of an opera singer and a violin and a whole bunch of things. It was a completely made sound.
Oh, okay.
And Johnny Weissmuller learned how to do it.
Yeah.
Sort of do it. I mean, you can't really reproduce the violins and all of
Yeah.
that, but you can get the thing
Yeah.
together. So I said I need a ringtone that nobody else in the world has,
True.
and that's it. Because when my phone goes on, people look at me, and I go, Jane call.
And they just swing off on like a branch or something and just disappear into the hedges. Really
Well, then
scary.
no, answer it, and then come back and say, bring home butter, milk. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh Lordy. So, well, that's great. I'm glad your mom likes it
Yeah.
because
That's one fan. That's good.
oh,
Yeah.
if you got one mother and and she's not my mother, she likes it. That's the thing. If she's your mother, she's gonna like everything.
Isaac. Well, not always. Not always. She's like my A&R. So whenever
Oh,
I'm
is she?
working,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
she is. So when I work on songs, because it's my job to produce and write songs for people.
Yeah.
I'll bring her in. So when I'm losing perspective, bring her in to have a listen to it. And yeah, there's some things that she loves. Another one, she's like, And if she says nothing, if
when
she says
she goes,
nothing, yeah, exactly. Just like, but Mum, I've spent like 45 hours on this mix, and she'll just be like,
yes, and I
And
was in labor for.
exactly. Just like get it finished, move on to the next one. But yeah, she loves this one, so that's the main thing. She's
Oh,
happy.
that's
But
amazing.
yeah,
Give me an idea what your day's like when
yeah.
you get
Normal
up in the
day
morning. You know.
in my life. So I'm an evening person. So I wake up a little bit later because I go to sleep at a horrendous time in the morning. But yeah, so kind of wake up like 9 o'clock, something like that. Then go standard thing, breakfast, and then it's a lot of Zoom calls. So this is why I've got this slightly over the top video setup like you do, because I do a lot of Zoom calls. So
Yep.
for example, today I've done 3. I did a production meeting this morning with a female singer that I'm doing a song with.
Yep.
Then had another meeting this afternoon, and then this. So it's a lot of Zoom calls. So I will make songs with people in person. So all of my days are pretty much booked out. So if we did this a little bit differently because we kind of send things back and forth. But the traditional
Well, yeah.
way
Well, with
does it
thousands of
because
miles away.
exactly because we're so fast. But if we were, doing a song from scratch and you're like a client of mine, then we would do it in person. So then I'd share Pro Tools up here, and then yeah, just work on the song together. So that's a normal day is probably 2 or 3 meetings a day, and then admin stuff in between, and yeah, just writing demos in all different styles, and people saying, I want something that sounds like Ariana Grande. Can I have it on Thursday? And you're like, okay, well, I've got 2 hours, okay, and trying to rattle things together quickly. And that's it. And then kind of work until late. Obviously, the good thing about working with people such as yourself from all over the world, I've got collaborations coming up with some Australian artists. So yeah, because with the time difference, so it'll be long days. I might meet up with somebody at 11 p.m. UK time,
Yeah.
and then in between doing that stuff, write briefs. I'm a publisher, so try and write music for TV shows, and then very occasionally I go on TikTok and try and be helpful or connect with people in the times in between. But
I don't know how you find any time in between.
I try
That's
and
an
batch
amazing
it.
day's work.
Yeah, it's a lot, but it's not work if you enjoy it. That's the thing. Even I work 6 days a week, and so I have a Tuesday off, but I love it so much that I kind of am guilty of, sometimes I try and
Stealing
just
your
do.
time.
Yeah, exactly. I try and do different things on a Tuesday, but it will still happen. So yeah, I love it. So last week was, I kind of told myself out. I think I did 9 a.m. till 1 a.m. for about 5-6 days in a row, and then I was obviously I was surprised that I felt
that's gonna
tired.
draw you down a little. Yeah.
Exactly. So try and get out and exercise when we can.
I was amazed at how quickly you work. I mean, it really it takes me forever to put anything together, and just because I'm so laissez-faire about things. But and as my mother always says, I'm a lazy ragamuffin. So
I don't think so at all, Bob. I think the amount of effort and stuff you put in, it's just I think it's for artists and stuff. It kind of generally things take a long time if they're a little bit more insecure. I think it takes a lot of confidence to put music out and to be happy with it and realize that there are always things you could change. So
there's always things to change. Yeah,
there's always things that you can change. So
perfection is the enemy of done.
100%. I mean, there's not one song that I've put out which is 100%, but you've just got to move on and do the next one, I think. So yeah, I mean, I pride myself on working quick because I write a lot of music and I never want to be the slow person, because I think the reputation for producers from my end is that, they sit around for weeks and weeks in hoodies and talk about guitar cabs and, nothing happens for 6 months. But I don't know, I just try and just rattle through stuff as quick as possible whilst it's still fun. That's my kind of thing. We got done pretty quick, didn't we? I mean, how long did it take us? Maybe 2 weeks, something like that. I can't remember.
I mean,
from when
golly, it was no time whatsoever. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that is the fact that I could produce a track for you that you could use.
Exactly.
A lot of times that's not the case. When I did the stay at home with my friends in Australia, their version of it, that was, I sat down and recorded it against a guide track and sent them the track, and when he got it, he was like, "This is great. You wouldn't believe the stuff I'm getting." It's nice to get something competent, that's been gained and all of that, and all normalized. And here you go, kids. It's loud enough, everything. Yeah. So
no complaints there at all.
Yeah. So I got to be the first verse on that song in Australia. So that was kind of funny. It's the Australian version, but it's introduced by an American. I don't know, an honorary Australian. I have to. Let me just give you a second. I can get my voice in the back of my throat there like that, and don't move my lips very much.
Well, what you need to try to do is make it sound like it's a question at the end of every word, and then you go like that, and then it sounds more. They always sound like everything's a question.
I got that.
Probably offended everyone in Australia just then.
No, that's perfectly all right. I mean,
that's the Australian accent.
It was Chris Franklin who gave me the business about don't move your lips, and talking about your throat like that, and that works very good, mate. Don't you think? I think so. Track 2. Give me a BB.
Sound a little bit more English there.
Well, I'm sorry. Actually, I have the man with the indeterminable accent. I'm from the Isle of Indeterminable, and you don't know where I'm from. It's not Scots and it's not Irish, and you don't know where the hell it's from, but it's someplace. It's the man with the indeterminable accent.
Yeah. I used to live in Scotland, so I kind of can switch into it. So I lived there for 4 years before I went to uni. So because they don't necessarily, English people and Scottish people don't get on so well, I had to learn to do a convincing Scottish accent. So
I bet you did.
I wouldn't get in too much trouble. Yeah.
So you could make yourself not understandable.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing. I mean, it just all the
What did he say? I don't know.
education. Yeah, no pronunciation. Try and mumble through, and I'll just get away with it instead of my normal posh boy voice.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, this is. I know you're a busy man, so I don't want to keep you forever and ever. We've been at this for almost an hour.
Are we?
So, well,
Oh,
just since noontime, yeah. Yeah, see, there you go. Here you go.
see?
Another
Time flies, Bob.
Bob Struggles moment. Tempus
Exactly.
fugit.
Good.
Even the Romans knew it.
Fantastic. Well, at least you're not saying, "Oh, we've been on for 3.5 minutes." Oh dear.
No,
No,
oh God, don't you hate that?
like an hour. It's been like an hour already. Crazy.
All right. So let's thank you very much, Matt, and let us go out with the song. Why not? Why not go out with it? Since we started with it, we should end with it because it's
Should
a
we tell them
great
that it's
song.
out tonight, Bob? I mean, I feel like we should do that.
You know, wait a second. I wanted to ask you too.
Yeah.
When it's dropping on the 22nd,
Hmm.
is that is that Zulu time? You know, UTC?
So
GMT?
my understanding, GMT. My understanding is that it'll be midnight tonight UK time. So whatever. Did we say how many hours? Are you 5 hours behind me? Is that right?
5 hours. Yep.
So it should be around about 8 p.m.
Well, see, it's there, right? It's 5:50. Yeah, 5:50, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's telling me. UTC is 5:50.
Yeah.
So
it should be round about.
That means it went up. My internet connection went unstable. Sorry.
It looked like something out of.
We just had some wonkiness. Yeah, we just had some wonkiness happen there. All right. Well, it's perfect time to go, right? Okay. Let's just put this on and even though it's not the official version, it's the earlier official version.
Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow. The world is waiting for you. Take a bow, take a bow, take a bow, take a bow.
Polishing meticulous simply seems ridiculous, the noise in the ether that I make. To me it's all ephemeral, performances in general, a place in the moment with mistake. Get to it, go do it, put a spark on your tail. Get to it, go do it, put a wind in your sail. Get to it, go do it, set your foot on the trail. Get to it, go do it, make a strength where you're frail. Get to it, go do it, I get sick of your talk. Get to it, go do it, try to stand at the walk. Get to it, go do it, set a pace on the run. Get to it, go do it, even when it's not fun. Get to it, go do it. Get to it, go do it. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Moments moving forward, footfalls rightly named, splashing in the mud, the blinds bespeak. Plow on imperceptibly, operate responsibly, accomplish, leaving little other wake. Take a bow, forgetting through the moment. Take a bow, forgetting through the day. Take a bow, now you've had your moment. Take a bow, go away. Take a bow, together with the cast. Take a bow, when you're building things at last. Take a bow for your community, solidify your unity. MC, take a bow, now you're past. Get to it, go do it. Get to it, go do it. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Take a bow.
Awesome. Gone,
All right. Thank you very much, Matt.
Pleasure.
And we are now going to sign off. Thank you. Don't forget, Bobby Kelly, Matt Marcii, Marcii, fabulous producer from beautiful United Kingdom.
Okay.
We will not speak the names of the individual kingdoms within the United Kingdom. God save the Queen. All right. Have a good one.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.